Hi guys, I'm going to do a short reading for the Lionsgate portal and your reading with the Tide Aquarius new moon coming up. The Lionsgate portal peaks this Friday on 8/8 and the full moon is the next day, Saturday, August 9th. And both have very potent energy, but this Lionsgate portal is open for a short period of time. It started on July 26th and it goes through August 12th. This is an annual portal, and it is when Sirius is close to the Earth, and it also is in alignment with Orion and our planet Earth. So this alignment has been used for thousands of years that we know of. At least we know it goes back to times of ancient Egypt. And Sirius is called our spiritual sun because of these reasons. It is the brightest star in the sky. So I'm going to pull some cards today in a kind of hopefully shorter reading. Thank you for watching. I'm going to pull 4 cards. I'm going to do a card on what to release at this time, because as some of you know, at a full moon, it's time to release what no longer serves us and what is no longer in our field for our highest good that we need to get rid of so that we can ascend and move forward and expand consciously and spiritually. The next card I'll pull is what it is that Spirit would like us to embrace in order for us to be able to go through these processes. And next, what is in store for us during these times? What should we be looking out for, paying attention to as the energy shift? And last, I will pull an activation card, okay? So I've got several different decks, and I'm just going to kind of pull what I feel drawn to pull. As far as releasing goes, I'm going to start with a deck, a Medicine Woman deck, one of my favorite decks. I just love the artwork in it. Okay. I don't know how many people may see this, but we're at a time in our reality that has a lot of people are really focusing on all the bad shit, all the darkness that we are facing that's coming to light. But remember, it does all come to light, and then from that point it can be transmuted, and we can also release it. There's a lot of karmic ties that are closing and cycles that we are moving past, so which is what we need. And another thing not many people may know is that this whole ascension process is necessary for the collective of the universe. So apparently, because Earth is such a young planet, comparatively, the rest of the universe is kind of waiting for us to move forward and ascend and get rid of things so we can elevate, so that the rest of the universe can elevate. So let's see. What is it that Spirit wants us to know that should be released at this time? Remember, this is a collective reading for this Lionsgate portal energy, and in its conjunction with the new moon in Aquarius. Spirit, what is it that we need to know at this time? Now, the full moon in Aquarius is all about that love, the freedom, the new ideas, not being held down, and also that harmony. So we want to, kind of pay attention to that part of ourselves, because as within, so without, we're going to see similarities of what's going on in the cosmos and what's going on internally. So we have a Spirit of Earth. Spirit of Earth, know you are supported. So what Spirit wants us to release is that fear that we are not supported, that fear that we are not, able to be, as we are seeking to be grounded. Okay, we need to be connected to something, not just kind of remain in this place of being by ourselves and not really sure where we're at in life. It's really important for us to remember that we are connected to everybody as well as the earth, and that the planet is there for us. Everything is always going to be okay. There is a something we talk about in shamanism is the world tree. And pretty much this is a great example of what that is as there's all these trees on the outer side of the planet, all the roots connect internally as one. And they link up with each other, they feed off of each other, they give to one another, they receive from one another, and they also grow together. So remember that this is all about you and me and everybody else, that we are one and we support each other. So we also need to do the supporting, okay? We don't living in isolation is a very dangerous place and slippery slope. So somebody may need to be hearing that at this time, that it's time for you to open up your heart and your doors. Remember that green is also the color of the heart chakra. So open up your proverbial door to receiving love and to giving love. And let all the other stuff go, which is fear, because fear is the opposite of love. So, Spirit, what is coming towards us? At this time, what are we going to be facing? What is in store for us over the next week? Thank you. Interesting. An uphill struggle. Whoop. So this is a fish going upstream. It's also the number 32, so the number 5, which is interesting that that's what that number is. But okay, so some of us may find that we are struggling as we go through this energy. Remember that full moon is a time when everything comes out. So everything is coming out to be released during the full moon. And some of us may struggle while those energies are trying to get out. So try to go into the flow of the water, Notice how this guy is on top of the water. He's not even in the water. So he's really having a hard time. Try to jump into the flow of life and know that we're all in this together, right? Breathe, give yourself some grace, learn to let go. That's a really big lesson at this time, is learning to let go, even though, there's aspects of embracing and letting go, but you have to do both, and it's got to be this balance in order for it to work out right. So this other card jumped out as I was about to put the deck down, which is growth. So card number 15. Okay, so you're going, and then 15 what? No, I'm sorry. I don't do any math. My math wasn't mathing. 83, 38. Adds up to 11, which is a 2. So I've been seeing a lot of 2s lately. That's another thing. I don't know what you've been seeing. If you've been seeing, I've been seeing numbers off the charts, mostly 33s and sets of 2s. So, okay, so from this struggle will be growth. Remember that is what we're here for. We're here to go through these journeys in order for us to be able to grow and move forward in our life. Excuse me, sorry, gotta grab something here. And don't be so hard on yourself. You know, if we're not getting it the first time or the second time, just know that you will get it and that you are supported. Spirit is with you. I just heard I'm supposed to remind somebody out there of their ancestors. Really, somebody's really relies on their ancestors that may be watching, that is very close with their ancestors. And also somebody may be wanting to learn how to connect with their ancestors. But think about all of the experiences that you've had, and what they may have had was probably a lot more difficult to get through. You know, unfortunately, we've been very blessed to be born at this time. Sorry. So things aren't as bad, yet we face a completely different set of struggles. So some things are more difficult and some things may be more easy. So, okay, what do we need to embrace? What is it we need to embrace at this time? I did a reading for a group of people recently, and they were a group of friends, and I had these very similar readings, one after another, and it was so beautiful and interesting to see how intertwined. I mean, and they kept getting this card, which I don't know if you could read it. It says, better than you can imagine, with this fetus inside. And the dragonfly, which is a symbol of illusion, with the all-seeing eye. So it's better than this illusion we've created for each other. If you're struggling and you don't know how to move past this, and maybe you start getting really frustrated in life and feeling sorry for yourself, you know, or feeling really defeated, get into service work. Honestly, it does you so good to get into service work, and open your heart with gratitude. Both of those things, and ultimately it's the giving of ourself for others, and they having a reward out of it is what gives us this sense of peace and healing, and it gives us an opportunity to grow. So what do we need to embrace, Spirit? What do we need to embrace? If anybody is interested, I do one-on-one readings and also private healing sessions if you're in the Cleveland area. This deck is the Animal Apothecary deck by Cara Elizabeth. I absolutely love this card. Okay, what is in store? Thank you. I just keep dropping stuff today. Okay, surrender to receive. And you've got your little, is that a polar bear? I think so. Polar bear or an otter? I think it's oh, that's not a polar bear. That's an otter. I love otters so much. I love them, love them. I carry otter medicine. Geez, Louise. Okay, I'm going to show you both of these cards, but surrender. So surrender to receive. We just had another card. I just was saying surrender into the flow. When you're constantly going like this and fighting against something, and you're trying to push and push and push to get what it is that you want, instead of opening up, excuse me, my nose tickles, opening up to receive and just being grateful and allowing yourself to receive instead of trying to push through life, you're doing yourself a disservice. I can speak from experience that once you open up and receive with gratitude, so many things will pour into your life. Truly. They will pour into your life, and the abundance, especially at this time with this Lionsgate portal, it's such a gift. It's such a powerful gift of manifestation. And it's the number 8 and 8, right? Which are just extremely powerful numbers for abundance. And it's not just one number, it's 2, and it's the symbol, an eternal symbol, as it just continues, the 8, right? And this symbol of infinity. So imagine that you're at this point of this powerful, infinite abundance. And at the same time, you're next to, on the back of, or opening the doorway for, this full moon in Aquarius, which is all about freedom and innovation and harmony, love, for not just ourselves, but for the planet. So if you think about it, this is such a really powerful opportunity to dig into your own ability to manifest through gratitude what it is you want for not just yourself, but for the world around you, because we really need it, and we have the ability right now. This year has been very, we've had a lot of death in our lives. It's just been like everywhere. I don't know if you've experienced it, but lots of people, including myself, have been faced with a lot of death and a lot of shifting, drastic changes. So, because the systems are breaking down so that they can be rebuilt, but in a completely different way. So, I want to see what Spirit is going to be activating for us at this time. We need some activation cards pulled. And what this will do for us is show us what it is we need in order to move more freely in surrender, in flow, for our highest good and our highest timeline. Because we are loved, we are divine, we are part of the eternal light as well. I mean, I just can't stop. I can't stop dropping stuff today. Ooh, okay, guys. We've got the third eye and the heart, or in the throat. So this flower of life in this beautiful blue here is the throat chakra, and this is also the number 5, which we had earlier. And then we have the third eye and the indigo, and of course that's the number 6, as that's the 6th chakra. So we are back to this number 5 again. In these 2 chakras, we have this, I don't want to say warning. I don't know why that word came out. We are being reminded to use the throat, and we're being reminded to use our third eye. What do we want to see, to speak into existence? How do we want to manifest these things? We want to envision them. We want to believe it, and we want to speak it into the world. And that is how we manifest our reality, right? So, let's see. I want to see what the number of this other card was. 19. It's a 2. Okay. All right. So this is interesting. We have this 2. I mean, it's a 19, but it comes out to 20. And this growth card comes out to 2, 2. So there's a 2, 2, 2. And then we have the struggle, which is a 5. We've got the throat chakra, which is a 5. And then we have the 6, which is the third eye chakra. So you've got 5, 5, and 6. And you have these 2, 2, and 2, which add up to 6. So you've got 6, 6, and 5, and 5. Okay? Which I personally have been seeing a lot of 3s and 3s. If any of you have been seeing these numbers in succession, or if you're familiar with these numbers, please let me know below. If you haven't, start paying attention. They may show up for you. Sorry for keep saying it's really bothering me that I'm saying it. I need to work on that more. That Aquarian number, or number 5, reminds me of Aquarius energy, where we are that freedom, you know, it's about change. So I think it's kind of a perfect it's a perfect number right now. We're at this point of change. It's a really big deal. So remember that 5, write it down, speak it out into existence, use your throat chakra. My throat is starting to get stuck. And then on top of that, you've got your number 6, which is about your building of your power, your growth, your love, your harmony and everything. So the harmony and I'm having a hard time speaking. Caring, nurturing. I know this wasn't the smoothest reading, guys, but I appreciate you tuning in. I hope it's been helpful. If you get a chance to, if you don't have something set up, I suggest making time at this point. What's the date? The 5th. Okay, so it's the 5th also. Take the time on the 5th to from here through the 12th. So you have 1 week before the Lionsgate portal closes to give yourself a good amount of time to meditate, to write out what it is, speak out what you want into the universe, and really connect with this portal. And if you can, I would say 8/8 would be the day to do it. And then also this whole weekend. So on the 9th, I would tap into that full moon. So bring in what it is you want, but also massive day for release. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, rest of the Lionsgate and full moon, and have a great night. See you soon. Bye.